There's no shame in the air mattress game. Ooh, I already let a mosquito in here. It's not gonna ruin my vibe. This looks ridiculous. This is definitely solo self-care camping right here. Hi, I'm Diana. Today we're going to talk about solo self-care camping. Yeah, you heard that right. What does that even mean? Well, you're going to go by yourself. I'm going to go by myself. And then maybe you'll go by yourself. You go by yourself. You take care of yourself in the way that's important to you. And camping, you're going to be out in nature by yourself, taking care of yourself. Sound like fun to you? That's what we're gonna do. It's a combination of camping and pampering. Camp pampering. Whatever you want to call it, I'm going to show you how I do it. I'm going to give you all my camping hacks and tips. Let's go. Well, I'm here, and it's gorgeous. Something disappointing. Nothing that's going to make or break my trip, though. No fires. Oh, I was really looking forward to that. But look at this view. This is going to be beautiful. I should be plenty entertained just by watching the sunset tonight. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to sit right over there. I'm far away from people. And I have my bicycle, so I might take a little drive around. If you've never been camping, you might not know that you have to fill out these little envelopes and put money in it and pay for your campsite. I'm just trying to be all-inclusive. That includes people who have never been camping. I'm going to ride my bike down to turn in my money, so come with me on my bike ride. Well, this is a gorgeous and bumpy road, but look at that view. So what you do is you just kind of boop your envelope in there. I'm going to head back to my campsite and I'm going to set up the rest of my tent properly so that I can be sitting down to enjoy the sunset. So I'm here at my campsite and I'm going to start setting up my tent and everything else the way I like it. And you know, that's actually the really exciting thing about solo camping. Of course, yes, you do have to do everything yourself, which is really rewarding, but you also get to do it exactly the way you like. You can have everything the way you like it. It's up to you. And so I better do this before it gets dark. I guess I'll show you my process here. Well, hello there. Guess where we are? We're in my tent. And I'm going to be setting up my tent a little bit differently than I would in the past, where it's a family camping trip or you're with friends and everything's everywhere. No, everything is going to have a place today. I already let a mosquito in here. It's not going to ruin my vibe. This is a self-care camping trip. Guess what? A solo camping trip is all about you, solo, and oh, it's windy, and how you like things. So I'm going to be setting up my tent in a way that pleases me. This is a solo camping trip. It's about me and how I like things. And I like things to be very nice and organized. You're going to be surprised about some of the items that I decided to bring on this camping trip. It's camping, but it's a little bit glamping. I'll show you why. Put a layer between the ground and your air mattress so you don't get any punctures. I'm going to use this cotton blanket that I had, and I think it looks nice too, and that's why I brought this one, because I'm going to see it peeking out from under my air mattress. I want it to look nice. Okay, so I have I have my blanket down. I have my air mattress. So anyone over the age of 30 needs an air mattress. Your back just can't take it. There's no shame in the air mattress game. Ooh. So most people with brains and needs and logic use an electric air pump for their air mattress, but I really like this manual air pump. It only takes about 300 pumps to fill up my air mattress. Why do I do this to myself? Well, I have been stuck with an air pump that didn't have batteries. I've been stuck with an air pump that didn't properly plug into my car. And I've been stuck with an air pump that I couldn't figure out how to plug in the middle of the night. And this just works so much better, and I get an arm workout. So win-win. And I'm going to pump up this air mattress. It actually has these little foot holders, but this really tires me out. But this is all right. You do get a little tired. You need a little bit of rest in between. Exercise is great, and you know you need it. You know your arms need it. It took 5 minutes. It really took nothing. Look at this. My arms are buff. Let me tell you about my next camping hack. It's nice for us tall girls. Not everybody's tall. I'm 5'9", but I think anybody over 5'5" or 5'6" might appreciate this hack. Who knows? Maybe you would like it if you're 5 feet tall. I'm just gonna say it. I bought the Big and Tall Man sleeping bag off of Amazon from Coleman, and it is made for people up to 6'5", I think. So it's giant. So once you get in it, you can have so much space around you. You can just roll around in it, basically. It also goes up over your head like a hood, and you can close it around your face. And so you basically have a cocoon that you can breathe out of. And it also has really soft material in near the feet to keep your feet extra toasty. I look forward to sleeping in this sleeping bag so much that I actually want to sleep in this sleeping bag in my own bed at home. I do actually think about it. I haven't done it. Maybe I should. You're going to be surprised at the items that I brought. They aren't necessarily camping items, but they are my solo self-care camping items. Number one, I packed my clothes in a packing cube. Packing cubes are great. They keep your clothes organized. It's like bringing a dresser with you. So I'm keeping my clothes organized with a packing cube. The next thing that brings me joy is I'm actually going to put on this face mask tonight after I wash my face, because I feel like it. What else am I going to do? I can't have a fire. I'm just going to hang out in the dark. No one's going to see me. The next thing that brings me joy, this Brazil nut body butter from Trader Joe's. Oh my goodness, the smell of it. I'm going to moisturize my entire body before I go to sleep. And when I go to sleep, let me open up my packing cube really quick. I brought my really nice thick cotton LL Bean pajamas that I'm going to wear to bed, that I'm really looking forward to. My next item that brings me joy is my spaceman looking parka, because it's going to get cold. This is a camping item, but let me show you how wonderful. Oh, I can't wait to get in this later. I'm not going to get in this right now, because I just got off my bicycle and I'm hot. It will get cold though. It will get cold. The next thing that I brought that you wouldn't normally bring on a camping trip, but I'm so excited about it, is I get very stiff shoulders. I do a lot of computer work, and I'm just sore, and I feel like I've been bent over like this for 2 weeks straight. And I need a massage, but I am not going to get a massage out here. I brought my massage gun. This is a little machine that you turn it on, and it gets your muscles right here. And within a few minutes, I feel like a brand new person. So I'm looking forward to working on my shoulders later and my hips. Oh my goodness, this thing is just magic. I can put a link down to something similar in the description later. Everything that I'm going to show you here, I'm going to try to put a link in the description so you can see what I'm talking about and maybe get it yourself, because these are things that make my life so happy. You're not going to believe what else I brought. You're not going to believe it. Nobody's going to believe it, and I'm going to get judged. I brought my computer because I figured I could get about an hour of battery out of it, and I was saying to a friend just the other day, wow, I'd really like to take a vacation where I could just organize the files on my computer. And then I thought, well, what's stopping me from taking a vacation and organizing these files on my computer? I'm going to take this camping. So I figure I have about an hour or two of battery that I could work with, where I can finally clear off my desktop and properly organize all my media files. I can't even tell you how excited I am about this. Another item that I really love to bring camping is this dustbuster, because you know how you get plenty of sticks and dirt and it's really hard to sweep out of your tent? Magic. I love it. Last things last. Another thing that brings me joy, and I never have time at home, I'm going to finally look through this stack of magazines, and I'm going to peruse my way through them, either before it gets dark or with my headlamp on. I'm very excited about this, but now I'm going to take some time to set up my tent the way I like it, and then I'm going to take you on a little tour. So I've got my tent mostly set up, and I know that a lot of people would think this is kind of silly, but I do feel like a few of you are going to think this is really cool, and that's why I'm showing you. So I got my bed set up with my wonderful, huge sleeping bag. I got my candles over there. They are not real candles. I'm not going to cause a fire hazard. They are electric candles with batteries, but still they're going to be awesome when it gets dark in here. And then I have my pile of things that I'm going to enjoy. My magazines, my face mask, my lotion, my glasses, my lantern. Here's my phone, because I think I might actually want to set an alarm in the morning and get up and see the sunrise. First, I just want to show you how cozy this is. I can't wait until it gets dark. I'm pretty excited about this. It feels like exactly what I want to do. To be out here in nature and hear the wind in the trees and moisturize my skin and look at my magazines and not have anybody expect me to do anything. Cell phone can't ring up here. No one can reach me. And I know some people find that scary, but I find it liberating. So here's a tour of my campsite at golden hour. Delicious food. Sunset. I'm obviously having way too much fun camping by myself. So I brought this wonderful sandwich maker to cook over the fire, and now that there's no fire, I am forced to make my grilled cheese in my vegetable pot on my stove, but at least I can do it. So I'm happy. So this is my meal that I want to show you before it gets cold. I had to make my grilled cheese in the pot, and I pre-cut these vegetables at home because I didn't want to deal with the mess, and that's a real camping hack right there. You don't want to be chopping things while you're camping, and now I only have one pot to clean. And I'll be doing that before it gets too dark, but right now I want to eat before this gets cold. So, speaking of self-care, usually I eat whole wheat everything, vegetables, everything, but I just really wanted this sourdough bread, and I got it. This is some decent bread. So I got the whole milk mozzarella, and I got the sourdough bread, and I just used some spray oil in the pan. I made a grilled cheese, and it's super tasty, and I'm really happy, and I'm enjoying this beautiful sunset. This is good bread. And it's getting dark, so I'm glad that I have my headlamp around my neck. You really don't want to be scrambling around looking for your flashlight and your headlamp. Pro tip, I should have gotten here earlier in the day. I got here around 3:30. That was not enough time. I really should have gotten here maybe 11 a.m. And maybe next time I will do that. But for now, you know, getting here at 3:30 and taking all that time to get set up, it's still worth it to be sitting here eating my delicious sourdough grilled cheese and vegetables, sitting here watching the sunset out in nature, and still knowing that my entire night of self-care is ahead. I'm super excited about that. Not only that, I still have tea and cookies to have later. I mean, could it get better? I don't think so. I think in the morning I'm going to take more of a longer bike ride around here because it's so beautiful. Despite all the bumps in the road, I don't care. I'm going to get out in those pine trees. Got my headlamp on. I also got one of my favorite things that brings me joy while I'm camping, hard kombucha, which is kind of like I like to believe that it's still healthy, but I do like to have one of these when I'm up here at the campsite. And I have this fake bottle opener that's on my handy tool here. I don't know if you can see, it's getting a little dark. But you should have one of these in your camping kit, a multi-use tool. There's all sorts of things in there that you don't even know you need yet. This moon is so bright. It's casting shadows on the ground. Nearly a full moon. I guess it's time to get in the tent. So it's nighttime now, and I just got in my tent. Actually, before I did this, I took care of brushing and flossing my teeth. And not only that, I was able to bring my travel water pick, which is a device that shoots water in between your teeth, and it takes really good care of your teeth. So that's what this trip is all about, is taking really good care of myself. So I decided to go the extra step and bring that. I brought my battery-powered candles. Pretty ridiculous, right? But look what a vibe they set. What about if I turn off my lantern here? Check this out. That's nice. Honestly, guys, I don't think I will go camping without my candles ever again. And now I'm going to settle in for an evening of things that bring me joy. What does that involve? Let me show you. So what I decided to do is do my face care tonight, where I already washed my face, and I'm going to use my gua sha stone and my favorite face oil, which is called CEO Glow. And I'm going to put on my night cream, which is a retinol, strivectin retinol. And I brought my facial spray that I like for extra moisture. My nicely made bed, which I'm super excited about. There's my feet. And my pajamas that I'm going to put on in just a bit. Now I'm going to start my face routine. I'm going to do extra because tonight is all about extra. I'm going to put on doTERRA Terra Shield. It's actually a bug spray. Why am I doing this? Because it smells great. This is essential oils, so it couldn't hurt. It couldn't hurt to be smelling something wonderful and be deterring bugs. Who doesn't want to do that? This face oil smells to me like tea and turmeric and all sorts of wonderful things. And I'm going to put this on my face. I just cleansed my face, and I'm using this face oil so that I can use my gua sha stone. I'm sure you have seen this or know what it is, but people use this to kind of massage their face and clear their lymph nodes here, and just kind of take care of some extra swelling and shape their face. Rose quartz. Now this is not a gua sha tutorial. I am not any kind of professional. But what you want to do is kind of go upward and back and then down the neck. I really don't know what I'm doing. But what I like to do, whether it's right or not, is I really like to massage above my eyebrows, going this way. I think that helps take care of some of the tension that I build up between my eyebrows. I'm one of these people that's constantly furrowing, constantly. A little massage across my forehead, and then up. And then I like to do diagonal, kind of into my hairline. I love this thing because it feels so good afterwards to have these big jaw muscles massaged. We never massage our jaw muscles. Who thinks of doing that? But actually, they hold a lot of tension, and even especially if you grind your teeth at night, which sometimes I do catch myself doing. This is not always something that I take time to do. So this is a luxury. I really like to get this area under my chin, going back and forth and then down. And then on to the next thing. This is the next part where I'm surely going to look awful. But I think that I've kind of made a business out of making myself look awful on the internet. So we're going to go ahead with it. I'm going to put this face mask on. It does look just like that. Oh, that's going to be great. But it's going to feel great, and it's going to look great tomorrow. This looks ridiculous. So here I am looking spooky in my tent for 15 minutes. Boy, if anybody came up to tell me about any sort of emergency, I would scare them. All right, so this feels great. It doesn't look great, but I think this is the perfect time to bring out my neck massager, my massage gun. This thing is very powerful, and I love it on my neck and shoulders, and sometimes my hips. My hips are very tight. And I'm going to look through my magazines, and I'll see you in 15 minutes. I was enjoying reading my magazine with my face mask on so much that I think I did that for not only 15 minutes, but maybe a half an hour. I'm not even sure. I'm losing track of time out here. I don't have my phone on. It doesn't matter. I am going to put on my night cream now and a little bit of toner before my night cream. And then I'm just going to sit here and massage a ton of cream into my feet. Give myself a little foot massage. But I gotta tell you, this is not such a bad way to go for an evening. This is a night cream by Strivectin. It has retinols in it. I'll have to make sure that I'm wearing my good sunscreen tomorrow when I go on my bike ride in the morning. I have so much I want to do. I hope I can do it all. Okay. I think that the way I'm going to end my night here is I'm going to massage my feet for a few minutes and then make sure I have plenty of cream to put on it. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use Brazil Nut Body Butter from Trader Joe's because it smells so good. I actually put that all over my body before I put my nice pajamas on here. And I am smelling great. With no one to smell me, but I smell me and I love it. So when I'm done massaging my feet, I'll read my magazine some more, and then I'm going to settle in for a nice night's sleep. It's just crickets out here and a couple of people from faraway campsites. Very calm, very quiet. I love it. So the last thing I'm going to show you, now that I've massaged my feet and put on all my face creams, I'm going to get into my sleeping bag, and I'm going to show you why it's so great. Zips. You could even Velcro yourself in if you wanted to, but then here's the part. There's a drawstring. You can just put your face right in this little hole and breathe, and you can enjoy your little cocoon house, which is what I like to do. I love sleeping like this. I didn't do the dishes. They're still sitting out there. Luckily, there's no bear trouble here, but I'm really looking forward to waking up in the morning and having some of the cold brew coffee that I brought, and I'm feeling very relaxed. I'm going to try to wake up to see the sunrise because I love to see sunrises. I woke up slightly cold last night, and then I just grabbed my parka and I put that on inside, and then I was really cozy, and then I overslept the sunrise. I was so cozy. I bought some Trader Joe's cold brew coffee. I'm just going to heat this up here. It's a very bright morning. I just want to talk for a second about metal camping gear. This is great because it can't break. And I've actually had things break in my camping gear before, so I'm going to enjoy my cup of coffee real quick. I just left the campground area and I'm going to take a little bike ride around this gorgeous forest. I do not like these sunglasses. They make me look like a police officer. But I'm not here for style. I'm here for fun by myself, and this is my idea of fun. So let's check this place out. I like to take it slow because these roads aren't great. And I'm not here for some heart-pounding Zumba CrossFit exercise. I'm here to enjoy the trees. So we've come to a fork in the road, and this is the easy, flat way which I was planning on taking. But I remembered that there's a really spectacular view up this hill. And I really didn't come here to challenge myself, but you know what? I really want to see that view. And, you know, a little bit of challenge, a little bit of effort, that's how memories are made. And I really want to share this view with you. So here we go. So this is the tough hill I'm talking about. I mean, tough by my standards. Holy moly, that was quite the hill. Let me show you. Let me show you this amazing thing. It was worth it. And I feel really good. The air is clean up here. I'm glad I did this. I think I want to camp at this site next time. There's a fire pit right there. As soon as we're allowed fires again, this is my spot. So you might be asking yourself, why did she do all of this for a self-care night? Couldn't I have just done that in my living room, in my bedroom, in my own bathroom, in the comfort of my home with hot running water and a bathtub? Yeah, I could. But I'm talking about self-care in the sense of reminding yourself of who you are, getting away from the electronics, getting away from the movies and Netflix, YouTube videos. I didn't get away from my YouTube videos, did I? Look at this. Let's see if I can get a better view of exactly where I am. This is what I don't get in my bathroom. This is what I don't get in my living room. Hello. I'm by a big rock. This place is amazing. I do get exercise at the gym, but it's nothing like this. I'm out in nature. I got my exercise for the day. I'm really proud of myself. My oatmeal cookie was delicious. I can't wait to go back and eat the second half. The coffee was just okay. But this has been the most fun, more fun than any time I've ever put a mask on in my own bathroom and then went to sleep in my own bed. You know, what are some reasons why you might not do this? You might have all sorts of excuses, right? Like you don't feel safe enough to do that. Campgrounds are generally populated with people who are helping each other, like when you forget your spatula or don't know where to put your money for the campsite. I helped 2 people yesterday, and I know they would do the same for me if they had the information. And often people have the gear that you forgot and will loan it to you. People are generally friendly, will say hi to you, and they will leave you alone if you leave them alone. And if you don't feel safe, there's always bear spray. And actually, I do have that, but I just don't feel afraid. And maybe partially due to the fact that I am actually 5'9", and most women are not. So I can take that into account, but bear spray helps alleviate a lot of your fears. Bear spray is like mace, but goes 20 feet or 30 feet, something crazy like that. And there's no bear trouble here, so I wasn't scared about that. Another thing is, you might be thinking, nah, it's the wrong time of the month. And I gotta tell you, it's my wrong time of the month. And it was really good to get away from people when I was feeling a little edgy. And you can take care of all your business out here if you're just prepared. Excuses continued. New location. Maybe you are not wanting to get dirty. As you could see last night, I was using, actually maybe you couldn't see that last night, I was using a lot of facial wipes, baby wipes to get myself cleaned up before bed. But you actually don't get very dirty when you don't build a campfire. It's the campfire and the campfire smoke that make things dirty. So if you want to have a clean camping trip, don't build a fire. Go to bed early, bring your electronic candles, and enjoy your time in your tent, because it really was a lovely time. Another excuse. Maybe you think you can't do it because you don't have the gear. But oftentimes other people have gear they're not using, and you can borrow some just to get started and see what gear you actually do and don't need before you purchase any. You can purchase a lot of gear secondhand off of Facebook Marketplace and other resale places, and it's much cheaper, and you can start out with really basic gear. You can just start out with a brand new air mattress. That's the only thing you want to buy brand new, and a tent, and you might like a stove. And these things altogether can cost you under $200. So if you really would like to try doing this, it doesn't take much. It takes a little bit of bravery to get over these fears. But once you start doing it, you realize you're capable of much more than you thought you were. And that's what I love about camping, is it gets you back to just being a human being and knowing that you can do things on your own. And I think that's really important for us ladies, because we tend to rely on other people, stronger people, to lift things or protect us. Sometimes when we're forced to do things like put up a tent, we realize that it's not as hard as we thought. It was mostly our fears getting in the way. So enough of this pep talk. I'm sure there are more excuses, and if you have some other excuse or fear, go ahead and put it in the comment box and I will try to address it. But camping has been the number one thing for me to realize that I can do so much more than I imagined. Let's get back on the bike. Well, I'm headed back to my campground, and I really don't know how this is possible, but it really has been uphill both ways. Well, this is a nice view too. You know what I did last night? I took out my computer and I organized my desktop. I did. I organized my computer desktop from 9 to 10 p.m. last night in my tent with my candles going. And I felt a little silly doing it, but at the same time, when I was done, this sense of relief that came over me. I was so happy that I had finally taken the time to organize my computer desktop. And that's part of self-care, is you, there's a fly flying around me because I have an apple. You do what you feel you need to do to have that sense of relief, like I took care of myself. And for me, cleaning up my computer files was a big relief. So no, I don't feel silly. I don't apologize for taking that time for myself. And maybe you can think about some way that when you go solo camping, you finally get to do the thing that you want to do, whether it sounds like a camping thing or not. You just think about what you really want. I'm going to show you one of my favorite things to do when camping, which is lie in a hammock in my sleeping bag. Let me show you. Got it in there. This is my view. Now I'm going to get inside. You want to test your knots, because if your knots aren't good, You can fall on your butt. I've done it. I've fallen more than a few times from my knots, and I've learned how to tie better knots. I want to show you how I learned how to tie a knot. It's a game, and it's called Not So Fast. It's a knot tying dexterity game, and it's a wonderful Christmas present for people because it's something that we often don't do. We know how to go on Google and find some obscure Pokemon card, but we don't know how to tie a basic knot. So from here, I'm going to get in my sleeping bag. I've already got my magazine preloaded because once you get in here, you won't want to get out for hours. And this is what I do. I lay and I look up at the trees and I hear the breeze and I see the clouds and I read my magazine. And if the bugs are bugging me, this is what I do. This is definitely solo self-care camping. I encourage you to try this once in your life. I suppose if camping concerns you because you don't feel that you have the basic life skills like knot tying or building a fire or setting up a tent, and I tell you what, they make some great pop-up tents these days. You just pull it up and it goes poop, poop, poof, and they're so easy. But is there really any excuse for not trying to learn these things when you have YouTube? I mean, it's an amazing tool. You can watch videos on this stuff for days and days until you feel confident enough to try. It's a wonderful time to be alive. It's a wonderful time to educate yourself. And it's a wonderful time always to get out in nature. It rolls up into itself. There's a little pocket right in the middle, and you pack it into the pocket. That's it. That's my hammock. I usually bring some extra rope in case I need extra long ropes, but that's it. And here's my extra long rope. I guess it's time to pack up for the day. It's been a wonderful trip.